Okay, hi everyone. So I'm going to be talking about the healing power of music. Um, does anyone else other than me just feel like so calm, so much joy, so much concentration whenever they're trying to turn on their music and get started with their homework or get some more meditation in throughout the day? I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I definitely do. I do this on a day to day basis, and it definitely makes my day a lot better. When listening to music, we usually just turn on our speaker, turn on the radio, stick in our headphones, press play on our phone. There's so many ways to listen to music nowadays. If music takes this much of a toll on just bringing us happiness, imagine what it can do for our brain and our body as a whole. For some, this concept may be unbelievable, um, but I'm hoping with the information and data provided that I will be able to make the unbelievable more believable for you. Today, I will be addressing the impact that music takes on several aspects of our mood and, most importantly, our health. Who would have guessed that something so simple as music could impact our bodies so enormously? I definitely would never have thought of that myself. It wasn't until I had to prepare for this speech that I learned all these things. um, so, music is something I put on with not too much thought going into it, and I'm sure that's how it is for a lot of people. But it is used as my time to unwind and relax and just get more in tune with myself. So, I have a challenge for you. With the information provided to you in this speech, I invite you to pay more attention to the feelings that you have when you put on some tunes that make your heart happy next time. So, with that, something that many people suffer with nowadays, well, not just nowadays, I'm sure it's been happening for a long time, but something that people suffer with is mental health. And there are so many individuals who encounter anxiety, depression, and anything else you can think of related to mental health. But due to this, there have been new therapies with music that can relax you. In an article about mental health and the healing powers of music, it states music therapy is a burgeoning field. People who become certified music therapists are usually accomplished musicians who have deep knowledge of how music can evoke emotional responses to relax or stimulate people or help them heal. In a 2011 study, 43 students listened to happy or sad music in the background as they were tasked with identifying happy and sad faces. When happy music was played, participants spotted more happy faces, and the opposite was true for sad music. Close quote. Although this may not seem like a lot at first, it is quite interesting to see what music can do to change our perspective on things. As a person who suffers from anxiety and depression, it's nice to know that music can help me change my perspective on anything and any moment. Music has that effect on humans, and it seems that it moves us so seamlessly and effortlessly, unlike anything else, probably. I don't know. Do you know of anyone who suffers from Parkinson's disease or who has had a stroke? In the United States alone, it shows that nearly 1 million citizens suffer from Parkinson's disease. Not only this, but every year more than 795,000 people in the United States experience having a stroke, while every 3.5 minutes someone dies of a stroke. The side effects of these illnesses can often be relentless and very much life-changing. Current studies regarding the injured brain have shown that music has helped the individuals suffering through the effects of these things. In an article related to the healing process of the injured brain, it stated patients recovering from stroke were able to walk faster and with better control over the affected side of their bodies. Some of the more complex measures of movement control, such as neuromuscular activation, limb coordination, angle extensions, and trajectories of the joints and centers of body mass, also became significantly more consistent, smoother, and flexible. For those with Parkinson's disease, it was interesting to see that music and rhythm could quicken their movements and also serve as an auditory trigger to keep the movements going and preventing freezing. How amazing is this information? Life is so precious, and to know that there are so many new discoveries of the healing process that music can have on an individual, it's really amazing, and it's really truly heartwarming that we have this new information. Music may not bring things back to how they once were, but it definitely has the power to make positive changes that are significant enough to make a world of an impact on any individual. The impacts of music on an individual's health has become so widely known and accepted that people are starting to base their efforts around creating music that heals. Music and medicine have gone back very far in our history. In this recent data, they come to share that when you listen to a musical stimulus and you look at the brain while it's being listened to, the entire brain is really engaged. The music is a robust stimulus for the brain. There has even been an instance where the proof for the healing power of music was shown almost immediately in the instance that was shared in this article. My grandmother, who had Alzheimer's, and she was fading and she hadn't spoken for about 3 or 4 years. And I started playing the drum and she was smiling, as best she could. And then she said my name. It was a startling discovery and it kind of lit my light. Close quote. What a wonderful experience this individual got to experience. Alzheimer's are so scary because you slowly see the person you love slipping away. My grandma has Alzheimer's, and so it really hits home. And especially now that we know that music can help, this adds, I don't know, it adds a little something to the topic. But with Alzheimer's, they quickly come to forget who you even are. And so if music has the power to bring back a snippet of memory, then that in itself is powerful. This will be power that we may never fully understand because it is unlike anything we have ever seen in treatments and healing. Although there will be many who agree with what I am sharing, despite the facts and experiences with music firsthand, there most definitely will be those who oppose every fact. Those who oppose these thoughts may say that music encourages violence and aggressive thoughts. In fact, non-believers have conducted research on what music does for the brain. And in 2003, the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology stated that during 5 experiments with 75 females and 70 male college students, those who heard a violent song were shown to feel more hostile than those who heard a non-violent song from the same artist and style. Despite these valid points, the study goes on to state that the outcomes of hostile thoughts could be short-lived if the next song's lyrics are nonviolent or if some other nonviolent event occurs. The effects of violent lyrics will dissipate. So although violent music had a negative impact, it just goes on to show that music has this power over us, and not only over us, but our emotions as well. So if violent music has that much power that was shown in this study, imagine how life-changing non-violent music could be. Through this information and data, it quite definitely shows that music is a wonderful medicine that can be used to treat so many things. Only some of those things were listed in my speech. Throughout my speech, we were able to touch on the impacts music has to those suffering from mental health, to Parkinson's disease, to strokes, to Alzheimer's, and music being related to overall medicine. I have hopes that you will go out to do more research of your own to see how much music may be able to benefit and be a cure for some things that you have had going on in your own life. Don't forget to take notice of how your body and mind feels the next time your favorite song comes on. Thank you.